Good morning on a very wet Monday morning. This is another one in the series of Unforgettable students. Get asked now and again, why do you do lessons in classes at night? And this is a prime example of why. Um, I'm going to call this one the Goonies. They will know exactly who they are, and I won't mention any names to protect the guilty. What happened was we had an open day. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do open days for quite a while because of COVID. But basically, what that means is that you can come down, have a coffee, have a tea, find out what we do face to face, instead of just looking at an advert, and you get an idea for the feel for the place, feel for the tutors, and so on. So, what happened was these guys came to. There's four of them. They came to an open day, came in, and two of them it turned out were brothers. So they probably know exactly who I'm talking about now. And one of them gave me a right grilling on 1960s surf bands and instrumental bands. Who were the Tornadoes? Who wrote Walk Don't Run? And so on. Came up with the answers, and then I turned around and said, "Do you mind me asking why?" And he said, "Because we've had tuition before. Unfortunately, the person we were talking to said he knew all this stuff and didn't have a clue." So I said, "Okay, fine, understand that." Anyway, the next thing was there was two of them in one group, and then the open day after there was two other gentlemen who turned out they were into the same stuff. So I said, okay. So we put them together in a class. The reason why we do that is because number one, it means we can keep the prices as low as possible, keep it open to anybody. The prices have gone up by £1 in 15 years, much to the amusement of my accountant. And what happened was they got together in a class, never played before, started learning, doing really well. The banter in there was like brilliant. And the other reason is for this, why we do the groups, they just got on like a house on fire. So go forward now, 14 months, and they're going really well. We've done loads of tracks, they're playing quite well. And the long and the short of it was, one of them turned and said, "What are you doing on Saturday, Mike?" And I said, "I'm supposed to be doing a session in a studio in Liverpool." "Why?" "Oh, that's a shame." "Why is it a shame?" "Well, you could have come and seen us play at our first gig." "Sorry?" So unbeknownst to me, for the last 10 months, these guys have been getting together and learning three tracks. If I remember rightly, it was Wonderful Land, Apache, and I can't remember what the third one was. Um, okay, where are you playing? Told me. So the it was the Labour Club down in Connors Quay, and I turned around. It's going back about 3 or 4 years ago now, and I turned around and obviously I'm known quite well in there for loads of different reasons. But I said to the people on door, "Is there any chance of me sneaking me in the back?" And they were doing a charity night there, and these guys were one of the acts on, and they did the three numbers. So picture the scene now. I'm standing at the back of the room now, lights are down, and I'm by the bar, but this side of the bar, so it's quite dark. And then the next thing is they gets up and they're playing. I've gone in through the back door, and to be honest, I don't think I could have been any more proud of them. They did an amazing job of these. Oh, I know what the third track was. It was "Get Back" by the Beatles. They're also big Beatles fans, and they literally just blew the doors off. They were brilliant. They were all these gentlemen, by the way, and they were in their late 50s, early 60s. Should know better, so you know exactly who you are now. And they were brilliant. Unfortunately, the lights went on in front of the bar. The bass player caught sight of me, and then gave one of the guitarists a dig, and I sneaked out the back. Next minute, his phone goes, "What did you think?" And I said, "Blown away." But that's one of the reasons why we do lessons and so on, because those gentlemen probably would never have met. Okay, they get on to this day. They see each other socially. They play together and so on. So it's part of it is a little bit financial. Be honest, right? It means we can keep the costs as low as possible, especially in this place because of what we've got. But also it interacts people together, and that's why the atmosphere at night is absolutely brilliant. We always make sure that we put people the like with like, same standards, same learning capabilities, and all that sort of stuff. But I will not forget the Goonies anytime soon. See you, boys.